If you heard a passport that feels more like a lock gate than a golden ticket, you know exactly what I'm talking about. I am Egyptian, and as someone with one of the world's weakest passports, every trip feels like a battle. Not just with paperwork, but with my own self-respect. Tomorrow I'm finally flying to Malaysia, a rare visa-free destination for Egyptians, and then to Thailand. A country that made me jump through 2 months of hope that just to prove I can have a vacation. Let me explain. Thailand eVisa system sounds like a modern system, but it's just a digital version of the same old demands. 6 months of bank statement, employment letter, hotel booking, and a social insurance, not a travel insurance. I don't know why. And even after all of that, the immigration officer could still look at me like I'm a suspect. This passport isn't just a travel document. It's a symbol of inequality. For some people, the world is open, playground. For me, it's a misfield of prove yourself, hurdles, problems, show this, show that. I don't know what to do exactly. Let's talk about a privilege. Imagine texting your friend, let's go to Kuala Lumpur next week, and actually being able to do it. No visa application, no stress. That's my reality with Malaysia, thankfully. It's visa-free, but for the rest of the world, it's a completely different story. I'll tell you something that happened to my cousin. My cousin was invited to a manufacturing exhibition in Rome. His family owns a small business, and he had all the documents to prove it from exhibition organizer, a solid bank statement showing more than enough money, flight tickets, hotel bookings, but the Italian embassy rejected his visa application. Their reason was, your financial situation does not make sense with your age. 26 years old. What should make sense? That's no further explanation. By the time the exhibition was over, he had lost thousands of dollars of non-refundable tickets, bookings, on the embassy office decided his life was not believable enough. Let's that sink in. A man with a legitimate business invited to a professional event was treated like a fraud just because of where he was born. And let's pretend that this isn't discrimination. Show up to any border with an Egyptian passport and suddenly you're a suspect. Why are you visiting? They ask if traveling for fun is a crime. Meanwhile, a German or American tourist ahead of me gets a smile and boom, a stamp. Have a great trip. I got security call and lecture. Here's a ridiculous checklist for every visa that you need to go to. A proof of employment, because if you are self-employed or run a business, you are automatically suspicious. A bank statement, show way more money than you need, or you are too poor to travel. Flight booking must be non-refundable, so you lose the money if you get rejected. Invitation letter, because a spontaneous travel is only with people with good passports. And after all that, you pay over $100, wait for weeks, and pray if they say no, your money and time are gone, just for trying to see the world. According to Henley Passport Index, Egypt ranked 97 in the world. We can visit only 54 countries without a visa. Malaysia, thankfully, is one of them, while Thailand is not. Meanwhile, countries like Singapore or Japan can visit 195 countries without a visa. Let's do the math. 195 countries versus 54. That's 441 different. Why? Because of stereotypes, geopolitics, and the fact that my country economy is entrusted for Egyptians. Travel isn't just a privilege, it's just a fight that I need to have. Here's what they don't tell you. This is just not about vacation. It's about the missed opportunities. The conference in Berlin, the trade show in Tokyo, the manufacturing exhibition in Rome. For every door open to someone with a strong passport, there are tens of doors that close for someone like me. We are not only tourists, we are entrepreneurs, professionals, and students. But the world treats us as we don't belong. And the emotional toll, you start to doubt yourself, should I hide my freelance work, apologize for my savings? You rehearse the answers to questions like, no sir, I'm not planning to stay illegally. You learn to shrink your dreams to fit their boxes. So what is the takeaway? Recognize the inequality. If your passport lets you travel freely, don't take it as something guaranteed. Use this privilege to speak up for fairness. And for those who are fighting for the system, celebrate every small victory. Malaysia visa-free, a rare win. A Thailand approved visa after 2 months, that's a very good win also. To my fellow weak passport warriors, every visa stamp is a rebellion. Every border you cross is a proof that you refuse to let a piece of paper define who you are. As for me, tomorrow I will land in Kuala Lumpur, where the only question is how long are you going to stay. Then I'll fly to Bangkok, holding my approved eVisa like a trophy, not because the system worked, but because I fought for it. The world tells us to know our places, but I will keep writing my places, and you should do, one visa at a time.